What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's been a couple weeks, I think, maybe a week. I don't really remember. Yes, I've started the in-depth spoilers podcast on Spotify. Sorry, I forgot the name. My bad. It is in the link in the description of the short of which I made about it. If you want to see them, they're not as long as I pictured them being, but there's still spoilers in there, so keep that as a fair warning. Now, with that said, Night at the Cabin is the newest M. Night Shyamalan movie. Anytime an M. Night Shyamalan movie comes out, I am excited, as are most movie reviews and movie watchers. Unless you don't know who M. Night Shyamalan is. Because you never know what you're going to get. He's literally the box of chocolates director. You could get The Last Airbender, a atrocious movie. Or you could get Split or Unbreakable or, what's the other one? Signs. They're all great. Those are all really good movies. And this movie, it's mediocre. I actually don't mind it. Some people are complaining about it. Some people are loving it. I'm literally in between both of those. For that reason being, the story, I didn't really even know the synopsis before going into this movie. I like to do that sometimes, especially with M. Night Shyamalan movies, because you have no idea what's about to happen or what you're about to see on screen. And this movie proves that. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of M. Night Shyamalan-ism things in this movie. It's a very M. Night Shyamalan movie, and there's a lot of tactics he likes to use. I can't really describe them, but if you've seen his other movies, you can tell. There's been a lot of talk about Dave Bautista as an actor and a wrestler, especially during the release of this movie and during the release of Glass Onion. I thought he was great in Glass Onion. I thought he was good. He did good for the actually kind of limited screen time that he had. This movie, he was great. Like, awesome. This movie, he proves to everybody that, hey, I'm not just here to be an actor. I'm being here for long term to, get the most out of it and be the best at it. And I agree with everybody that says that he's the best wrestler turned actor. He's better than Dwayne Johnson. Clearly, John Cena's okay. There's some very funny movies that John Cena's in. He's also an okay actor. Probably his best movie to me in particular is probably Daddy's Home 2. Go watch it. Very random movie. Daddy's Home 1 is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. For whatever reason, I just thought it was hilarious. Not at the Cabin. Everybody else in this movie, they're good. Yes, there's things in this movie I disagree with in my opinions. I try to keep that out of the movies when I don't watch them. This movie is very potent, though, and I try to ignore it. You do your best. And both of the guys in this movie that are like the victims, they do good. So one of them, without trying to get into spoilers, one of them doesn't speak a whole lot, which even then he gives an okay performance. But the other one that does speak a lot, he is great, and I really enjoyed his performance, even though it's different than my opinion. That's what you gotta do when you watch movies. Movies are always gonna be divisive. Movies are always gonna have different ideas than what you have. That's what you gotta think when you're going into these type of movies. I'm aware that this is based on a novel. Never read the novel. Never even knew it was based on a novel until after I saw it. But yeah, everybody else besides Dave Bautista, the other killers or whatever you want to call them, they're okay. The one guy in particular, yes, there's a limited cast in this movie. But one night in particular, I thought, because if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, which I unfortunately knew the score before going into this, but I still think it's a little higher than the 67 they gave it. I think it's like a 71 or 2. It's good. But there's one character that I thought was, because of Rotten Tomatoes, that he was going to be in the movie a lot longer. I don't think he made it past the 20-minute mark, which surprised me. Like I said, when you're doing an M. Night Shyamalan movie, especially if you don't know anything like me, I watched one trailer. It didn't really give away a whole lot. either way, there's still so many surprises in this movie. Yes, the ending is a little bit predictable, which is a flaw, but I'm gonna give it credit because the last minute of this movie, like literally the last minute of, we actually did screen time, not credits. Honestly, some of my favorite in some Shyamalan movies. That the last minute is really good in my opinion, and I really liked it. With all that said, I'm gonna get the Night at the Cabin a B. Yes, it's somehow worse than Megan, but that's just because I feel like this movie has more flaws. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching this video. If you liked it, you know what you gotta do. I don't even have to tell you. Alright, peace out.